We begin today's show in Gaza, where Israeli warplanes bombed a tent encampment on the grounds of Al-Awda Hospital in central Deir al-Balah earlier this morning. At least 4 Palestinians were killed and dozens injured as the bombing set off a massive fire in an area packed with tents housing displaced people who'd sought safety at the hospital. Survivors said they lost everything in the fire.
At 1:10 a.m., we woke up in shock to find a fire rising here. What can I say? I quickly ran with my daughters. I woke them up and quickly rushed to Al-Awda Hospital. What can I say? Everything has burned. Everything. As you see, I'm a mother of 7 daughters. Where shall I go? My tent has collapsed, destroyed. All our clothes and belongings are gone. Who should we speak to? Where is the safety? We are calling on all countries, the whole world, to stand by our side and stop the war on us. We are exhausted. We've had enough.
The attack came hours after Israel bombed a school sheltering displaced Palestinians in the Nuseirat refugee camp. At least 22 people were killed in the attack. The UN reports it had planned to use the site, the Mufti School, to give out polio vaccinations today. On Saturday, another Israeli airstrike in the Nuseirat refugee camp killed a family of 8, a mother, father, and their 6 children, with the youngest being just 8 years old. On Friday, Israeli strikes on the Jabaliya refugee camp in northern Gaza killed at least 20 people and injured dozens. Israel's intensifying attacks on the northern Gaza comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is considering implementing a surrender or starve policy in the area. On Friday, Doctors Without Borders said thousands of residents are trapped in Jabaliya. The group said, quote, "Nobody's allowed to get in or out. Anyone who tries is getting shot," they said. One Palestinian diplomat, Majid Bamia, decried the Israeli siege, saying, quote, "What is happening in northern Gaza now is a genocide within the genocide." For more, we go to northern Gaza, where we're joined by Dr. Mohammed Salha, acting director of the Jabaliya camp's Al-Awda Hospital. He says the hospital will continue its operations and refuse Israel to evacuate under any circumstances. We welcome you, Doctor, to Democracy Now! Can you describe what's happening now at Al-Awda?
Yes, actually, this is the 10th day of the Israeli occupation forces siege, Jabaliya camp and northern Gaza Strip. And they're doing a lot of massacre this morning. The Israeli occupation forces, they are bombing the distribution center of UNRWA, and many of our people are killed, and a lot of them are injured. Al-Awda Hospital, till now, we're receiving 3 murders and also 42 of injured people. We are doing now 3 of life-saving operation in our operation theater, and now also we are dealing with another 16 of patients. They are inpatient department. They need operation. Really, the Israeli occupation forces is targeting the civilians people, and they are going to distribution center of UNRWA because they are really hungry. They don't have food since from the beginning of this aggression, and the Israeli is not entering the food for Gaza. And if they are entering some food, it's not enough for these people. So because of that, the people is go to take a food from distribution center, and they are bombing them. We are dealing with many of injuries in our emergency department, and really we are working under a lot of challenges related to that. We don't have, we have shortage in medication, shortage in medical supplies, and we don't have that much fuel. WHO is always trying to enter for the hospitals in the northern Gaza, trying to entering fuel and medication, medical supplies, but always the Israeli occupation forces, they are refuse to enter this for the hospitals, especially in the northern Gaza.
Dr. Mohammed Salha, you there's been reports of dead bodies everywhere in Jabaliya. Is that what you see? And describe where exactly Jabaliya is and who is still there.
Yes, we have Jabaliya. Jabaliya camp is a refugee camp. It's in in the northern Gaza governorate. And now the Israel is separate Gaza city on the Jabaliya, Beit Lahia, and Beit Hanun. This is the three villages is now separated from Gaza and Jabaliya as a town, because they are cutting the streets. Nobody can move from Gaza to Jabaliya or from Jabaliya to Gaza. Also, the Israelis refuse to refer some cases. They need also operation and intervention related to the neurosurgery and also vascular surgeries we don't have in the north. And also they are refused. Many of the people who is really dead, we can't, our ambulances can't go to the military area that the Israeli occupation forces, they are there. So the people is still there, the injured people, or who is dead really, and who is injured, they still in the street till die. Nobody can go there. And actually, there is many of injured coming from the people who is the Israeli is targeting. They are putting the people and the hospitals under siege. Now we have in the northern Gaza from 180,000 till 200,000 persons. It's in the northern Gaza. All of them now without food, without medication, without medical supplies, without fuel to running this generator, without water. Really, the people is now facing a lot of challenges related. There is no access to water, the filtered water and healthy water. And the people who is also, they are bombing this morning. Some people in front of the shelter, it's a school, Honorable School in Jabaliya camp. These people is going to filling the water in their gallons, and they are bombing these people. Two of them now we're doing two life-saving operation exploration for one girl and one boy. They are boy and girl. They are not doing anything, and they are bombing them this morning when they are filling the water.
On Tuesday, the Israeli military issued expulsion orders for 3 major hospitals in northern Gaza. Al-Awda, your hospital, Al-Awda, and the Indonesian hospital, trapping over 300 critically ill patients, that according to the UN. Are you evacuating the hospital, Al-Awda?
No, we have the Israeli occupation forces. They are warning us through Ministry of Health. They are sending messages that these 3 hospitals has to evacuate. And from the beginning of this aggression, Al-Awda Hospital is not evacuated from northern Gaza. We are non-government organization. We are working to serve our people. And we are refusing to evacuate Al-Awda Hospital because we have many of injured inside our hospital. I am imagine if there is a last Tuesday that we are evacuate, how many patients will be die? How many women will be die? We are doing many of cesarean section operation for women to get there. We have a normal delivery for a woman, many of women, and they are still now in the hospital because there is the Israeli is now in their areas, so they can't go. So they still this woman. If there is no Al-Awda Hospital, the people will die in the streets. The women will die in the streets. Because there is no many need to get birth, and there is also injured people. Our department is full of patients. We increased our capacity of beds to respond to this the huge number of people that they need operation and they need health intervention. And we are opening another department nowadays. How we can evacuate, and now we are opening new departments for our people. The people is really in need, so we can't evacuate Al-Awda Hospital. Last May, they entered in Al-Awda and requested me to evacuate the hospital. But really, I am refusing to evacuate this hospital. So I told them, please, we can't evacuate because here we have a lot of injured people. So I will not, and they are staying here with another 15 of my staff, and they are evacuated. Forced evacuate the 130 of my team in the hospital, evacuate them to the western Gaza, and I am stay with patients. So we will not left our patients behind us. We have to serve them. We have to provide them the health care that they need.
Finally, the group Doctors Without Borders says thousands of residents are trapped in Jabaliya. The group said, quote, nobody's allowed to get in or out. Anyone who tries to is getting shot. if you can tell us about your own safety and why you're choosing to stay, if in fact that is the case, as they say, anyone who tries to get out is getting shot.
Yes, some of the families is trying to go to Gaza, and the Israeli occupation forces, they are shooting them. And actually, they are coming to the hospital. We saw some videos related that the Israeli is shooting the families who is trying to evacuate to Gaza City. And we have a decision to stay. It's simply because we will not left anyone behind us. We will have to serve our people. It's a simple thing. The hospital, we are working under WHO protocol. That means that WHO protocol, it means that we have to work under conflict. So if the hospitals is evacuate, who is will providing these services to the people? Who is will save these people? So if there is one person in the northern Gaza hospital, the Al-Awda Hospital will not evacuate. If there is one person, because we are here to serve our people and to providing health services for them. This is our decision, and we will not left our people behind us.
Dr. Mohammed Salha, Acting Director of Al-Awda Hospital in Jabaliya, thank you so much for joining us. Please be safe.